What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. You know those anime where an unconventional turn of events leads to a romantic relationship between a boy and girl, even though their backgrounds and reputes may be at the opposite ends of the spectrum? That's right, folks. We're going to be talking about the top 10 anime where the enemies become lovers. Now, please note that these aren't arranged in any specific order. They'll be coming at you randomly. Well then, shall we begin? Let's see what we've got.
咲き誇れアマリリス
Devil's Line. The story takes place in an unusual society. There are vampires that coexist together with humans, and more often than not, they can go undetected. What's interesting is that unlike the usual idea of vampires, these vampires don't need human blood to survive. However, emotional vulnerability can still turn them into actual monsters that crave human blood. A 22-year-old university student named Tsukasa Taira finally learns about the existence of these vampires when a longtime friend turns out to be one. She's saved by another vampire, and the vampire in question is captured by the authorities. But this is where things take a weird turn. Tsukasa ends up developing feelings for the vampire that saved her. His name is Anzai, and Anzai knows that regardless of whether or not she likes him, romance between a human and a vampire is going to be very difficult, considering how a part of Anzai keeps pushing him to relish Tsukasa's blood. It's an unconventional predicament. Now, how will this relationship progress? Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry, Chivalry of a Failed Knight. In a fantasy world, there are certain gifted individuals who possess the ability to forge their souls into physical weapons. These people are referred to as blazers. Their job is to study and develop their skills at the Hagun Academy in order to become special mage knights. However, within the students, there's a certain fellow who ended up getting rated F, and for that reason, he's also sometimes labeled as a failure by other students. He is indeed the worst student in the whole vicinity. But this all changes when he accidentally comes across an A-ranked blazer named Stella, who also happens to be a princess. But in that moment, she just didn't happen to have any clothes on her. This turned out to be an embarrassing situation. Stella challenges the guy to a duel, and the stakes are high. Whoever loses will end up becoming the winner's slave. Things are about to get interesting. Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut, Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle. The main character named Lux is not just any ordinary individual. He used to be the prince of an empire named Arcadia until it was overthrown by an unexpected rebellion. Things happen, and by a sudden twist of fate, or was it luck, he accidentally ends up in a female dormitory's bathing area. There he sees the new princess of his kingdom, and of course, she doesn't have any clothes on her, so she's infuriated. She challenges the guy to a duel, where they'll have to go up against each other in their personal armored mechanical weapons called drag rides. The boy in question, Luck, actually happened to be the strongest drag knight until things changed, and he stopped attacking people in drag ride battles. This led him to earn the nickname Weakest Undefeated, because even though he won't win unless he attacks, he won't lose either. Now, how will this duel unfold? Who am I kidding? We all know he's going to end up in the academy, that exact same female dormitory, regardless of whether he wins or loses. Holy Night. Now, this one is an OVA of 2 episodes, where each episode is 30 minutes long. So, if you like what it's about, you can finish it in just 1 hour. The main character is a considerably shy boy named Mizumura Shinta. He doesn't have any parents, and he goes to a missionary school in Tokyo. His life is quite uneventful. However, this drastically changes when a new student transfers to his school. She's a beautiful girl named Lilith. The girl is only a half human, and with this unexpected encounter, Mizumura soon learns that he isn't just a human either. He's a vampire hunter who is currently the successor of a prominent lineage, and there are things he has to do. Dragonaut. The Resonance. It happened 20 years before this story took place. An asteroid that was headed for Earth unexpectedly destroys Pluto, which in turn interfered with the asteroid's journey to Earth. However, now that 20 years have passed, this asteroid once again poses a threat. An organization uses their recent discovery of a dragon egg to create a weapon called Dragonaut. It's created with the intention of destroying the asteroid, but little did they know that the asteroid isn't their only threat. There are also notorious dragon-like creatures who have appeared unexpectedly and are fully capable of destroying Earth whenever they want. Then there's the protagonist. His name is Jin, and he lost all his family 2 years ago. Now, after a sudden turn of events, he ends up getting chosen to pilot Dragonaut. Together with him is a mysterious girl named Toa, and this story is their journey as they try to save the Earth from this ongoing crisis. Romeo x Juliet. Now guys, this one is a hidden gem. The story takes place on a floating continent called Neo Verona. A prestigious family takes out, or rather slaughters, another prestigious family. and in turn takes control of the kingdom. However, even in a situation as dire as this, the true heir to the throne, Princess Juliet, manages to run away and then remains hidden under the protection of people who had stayed loyal to the regime of the previous family. 14 years pass by, and now Juliet has taken another identity in order to protect those who are being oppressed by the current regime. She is a vigilante called the Red Whirlwind. Before long, she encounters the kind man named Romeo, and they both end up developing feelings for each other. Little did they know about each other's backgrounds and how Romeo is the son of the cruel man who is currently ruling over the kingdom. Kyukai no Kanata, Beyond the Boundary. The story starts off with an unusual girl named Mirai. She belongs to a certain clan of spirit world warriors and is the sole survivor. She possesses the ability to manipulate her blood into weapons. That's why it's her job to hunt down creatures called Yomu, who are the result of negative human emotions. One day, she comes across a rare case. It's a half-human, half-Yomu, named Akihito. And even though she tries to take him out, she can't because the man in question is immortal. Since that day, they both form an unusual kind of friendship where Mirai tries to kill him whenever she can, but fails. Later, Akihito also makes Mirai join a literature club, and there she meets two other spirit world warriors. They all become really good friends, but little do they know about the upcoming threat that they have no choice but to face. Busou Shoujo, Machiavellianism. Armed Girls Machiavellianism. The story of this anime takes place at a certain private academy. It used to be a school of high school girls, but it all changed when the school changed its policies and it became co-ed. However, the girls didn't take fancy to the idea. They asked the school to give them the permission to bring weapons so that they can fend off against boys if necessary. And because of this idea, an organization called Supreme Five Swords ended up getting formed. Years started to pass by, and this organization established itself as a group which corrects problematic students. One day, a student named Nomura joins the school, and he's perplexed when he finds out that the way male students are corrected is by dressing and acting like a girl. An interesting turn of events indeed. Gakusentoshi Asterisk, the Asterisk War. In the past 100 years, an unprecedented crisis ended up reforming the world as we know it. This disaster was dubbed as Inversia. The authority of the prominent nations declined, and the organization that took control is called Integrated Empire Foundation. But the most unexpected change was how, because of this incident, humans are now born with supernatural abilities. There are all kinds of them, but those who are the most elite in terms of abilities are handpicked to attend the top 6 schools throughout the world, and they're also supposed to duel in entertainment battles. Ayato Amagiri is one of them. In fact, he's a transfer student who ends up in one of these schools on a scholarship, and as you can expect, he sees a girl named Alexia without her clothes. And just like that, she challenges Ayato to a duel. Toradora. There's hardly an anime fan who hasn't watched Toradora. The story centers around a boy named Ryuji and a girl named Taiga. Ryuji is a kind young student who adores cleaning and other kinds of housework, but his looks make him seem like a delinquent, while Taiga is a short-tempered tiger who has gained the nickname Palm Top Tiger because of her aggressive attitude. One day, something embarrassing happens that leads to them crossing each other. Now, how will this uncanny relationship unfold? Or will it even unfold at all? There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content multiple times a week. I know that I didn't cover all the relevant anime in this video, so if you have something to recommend, you can let us know in the comments below. Well then, see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay safe and watch anime.